Jamarion
Robinson.
Jamarion
Robinson.
Jamarion
Robinson.
Jamarion
Robinson.
110 shots in her.
Cover up.
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 No justice.
No peace.
Cause this is
Our streets.
no justice.
No peace.
Cause this is
Our streets.
what do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
And if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
and if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
and if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
Hi, my name is Britt, B-R-I-T-T. I am one of the co-founders of Justice for Georgia, along with
I'm Johnny, that's Johnnny. I'm also one of the other co-founders along with Britt and Monteria Robinson.
So I would say whoever wants to speak just needs to stand behind that.
I was just about to say, this is probably it.
Yeah. Do you want me to feed you a line out from our system? Good.
Let's stop using that then.
Concerned, just stand behind that.
So today, after Monteria Robinson has been advocating for her son's justice, has been walking the streets of Atlanta with autopsy photos of her son, baby photos of her son, details of everything about the case after all this time, we now have a National Jamarion Robinson Day. From now forth, April 1st is now National Jamarion Robinson Day. We want to thank Representative Park Cannon for everything that she's done. She's been going through so much, but she's always been a person of the people. And the fact that while she's facing this with the troopers brutalizing her and dealing with her own case of police brutality, she had enough heart, enough love in her, enough kindness in her to actually write a resolution that says April 1st is Jamarion Robinson Day. Who is Jamarion Robinson? Jamarion Robinson was killed August 5th of 2016. He was shot 110 rounds, multiple flashbang grenades thrown on him, burning his body. All 17 officers had their body cameras off. And you're telling me that with all that excessive force, Judge Timothy Batten is going to then say that this is justified? Since when has 110 shots been justified? Jamarion Robinson was not just murdered, he was overkilled. And we will continue to say his name and fight for his justice.
It's a shame what happened to Jamarion Robinson. It doesn't make any sense how it could be ruled justified. People don't understand how extreme this case is. 110 shots were fired. He was left with 76 bullet wounds. There were 17 officers. They fired multiple shots downwards into his body, standing over him. They threw multiple flashbang grenades at him, at one man who stood 5'5", 150 pounds. And there were 0 body cameras on. How does that happen when there were 17 officers on the scene that had body cams? This is just, it doesn't make any sense. Enough is enough. And people have to understand that this isn't just a name. This isn't just a hashtag. This was a human being. He was a prankster. He loved playing pranks on his mom. I think what sums up his personality the most is the fact that his birthday was April Fool's Day. That sums up Jamarion Robinson perfectly. So people have to understand that there's a family that is grieving and they deserve justice. Enough is enough.
And what can Fani Willis do? Fani Willis can help this family get justice. There was a civil and a criminal. The civil, unfortunately, again, was ruled justified by Judge Timothy Batten. Fani Willis, we are counting on you. We elected you. We are counting on you to go forth with the criminal charges. Over 4 years is enough. We would now like for you to hear the voice of Jamarion Robinson's grandmother.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for being here. First of all, I would like to thank Representative Cannon, who stood up, who was not a coward, and stood up for this day to honor my grandson, Jamarion Robinson. I was trying to go to sleep last night, and I couldn't sleep because I knew today was his birthday and everything. So I couldn't sleep. So I got up and I start writing this. It's like God, like say, write this, okay? So I'm gonna tell you. I will tell you guys what I wrote. I wrote, God expect these judges, mayors, and governors to render justice and do what is right. God has told me He will no longer allow them to pervert justice or hide the fact. If the state of Georgia failed to act on behalf of all the atrocities unjustly and unmercifully inflicted upon Jamarion and all the stolen lives of those taken while in the prime of their lives by murderous officers who are still walking the streets and still inflicting harm on others, I am putting Georgia on notice. This state is doomed.
This state is doomed.
This state is doomed.
This state is doomed.
We need leaders of unbreakable integrity who value all citizens' lives equally, regardless of their skin color. We need judges. We need mayors. We need DAs. We need governors who would not judge by what appears to his eyes, not reprove simply according to what his ears hear. He would judge with justice. He would judge with fairness. He would judge with righteousness, and he will apply the laws of the land with justice and without prejudice. If they fail to do this, I'm putting them on notice. Georgia is doomed.
Georgia is doomed.
And they will experience a day of judgment. If they don't get it by man, they will definitely get it by God. Because God will no longer allow these judges to pervert justice or hide the facts. Georgia is doomed.
Georgia is doomed.
Thank you.
Ma'am, can you give me your name and spell for me, please?
I'm Jamarion Robinson's grandmother.
Can you give me your first and last name?
My name is Beverly Nixon. I live in Snellville, Georgia.
Common spelling, N-I-X-O-N.
N-I-X-O-N. My name is N-I-X-O-N.
Sir, I didn't get your name. Could I get your name?
Yeah. I'm Johnny Ross, JOHNNYROSS.
Again, I would like for it to be known that April 1st is National Jamarion Robinson's Day.
Signs up, please, and can you put that one down?
Can we make sure that because anytime the actual body, they can't show it. And thank y'all so much for coming.
Yeah.
Thank y'all.
One really good statement saying exactly what was going on. Johnny, get in there, please. And Grandma, can you get in too? Let's get Grandma up here.
Oh, yeah.
We just want to make sure.
So thank you to Representative Park Cannon. April 1st is now National Jamarion Robinson's Day. We will continue to celebrate his legacy and his life, not just every day, but especially April 1st, which is his birthday. Thank you so much, Representative Park Cannon. All right, next speaker is DeAndre and Alex. And if you guys can make it fast, we have until 11:30. And Hannah has to be on.
Alex Mitchell. Today we demand Fonnie Willis to go ahead and start working on this case. It has been on the last DA's desk for over a year. It is very, very important that if you can get shot over 76 times and there's no justice, there's no way that you can get shot 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 times without any justice. So it's very, very important to realize the facts of this case, that we go ahead and get this case started and we get justice for Jamarion Robinson.
Hi, my name is DeAndre Gates. First name is spelled D-E, a capital A-N-D-R-E. Last name Gates, G-A-T-E-S. And I just want to say that today is April the 1st. It's Jamarion Robinson's birthday. He would have been 31 years old today. It would have been great to have Jamarion Robinson here with us today, living his very own life without us having to be out here fighting for justice because he was unjustly killed and murdered by police officers. Today is also what's nationally known as April the Fool's Day. People all across the country are laughing and joking and saying things to others that may not necessarily be true to get people to laugh. But today ain't nothing funny. Ain't nothing funny about a black man and black men all across the country being shot and killed in the streets. Ain't nothing funny about that. There's nothing funny about a black man being shot at 110 times and shot and wounded 76 times. There's nothing funny about that. And like Jamarion Robinson's grandmother said, we've come to serve notice today. To all elected officials who are holding these offices that refuse to stand on the side of justice, we have come to serve you notice today. You are occupying the people's office. You are occupying the people's seat. The people put you in their office. The people put you in that seat. And if you don't stand on the side of justice, we, the people, will remove you from their office. We, the people, will remove you from that seat, because we want justice, not just for Jamarion. We want justice for Vincent Truitt. We want justice for Ahmaud Arbery. We want justice for all the black and brown people across this country that have been killed by police. And if you don't get it, we will get justice.
Come on.
Good morning. My name is Devin Barrington Ward, and I represent the Movement for Black Lives and the Black Futurist Group. And as I was walking up here this morning with my partner, I bumped into some fellow pedestrians, a black man who said, "What are we protesting today?" I said, "Today is National Jamarion Robinson Day." He said, "I remember that case. My brother was also killed by the police." Now, I just bumped into a random black man on the street. Why is it that I'm coming here to talk about the death of a black man, and I randomly bump into a black man on the street, and he is telling me his brother was also killed by the police? This is a systemic problem. America has a race problem. America has a police brutality problem, and ground zero is here in the city of Atlanta. Jamarion Robinson needs justice, not just from our clout-chasing district attorney who can go after Donald Trump, who can go after all of these other folks, but can't do the hard work of making sure that everyday people have justice in this state and in this county. We also know that justice is found in public policy. Justice is not found by the mayor announcing that we're hiring 250 more police officers to do potentially what they did to Jamarion Robinson. Justice is found through housing. Justice is found through employment. Justice is found through investing in the community. We need to make sure that we don't just rely on justice in the criminal justice system. We need to find justice in public policy, in city councils, in the state capitol, in county commission buildings all across the state and this nation. So today is not a day to celebrate fools. Today is a day where we celebrate Jamarion Robinson, and we say it ends here. And Fannie Willis, you are on notice. You are on notice. Do your damn job.
And our last speaker for the actual press.
Hello, my name is Hannah Gebrselassie, Hannah Gebrselassie, Geb as in boy, Resillassie. Today is National Jamarion Robinson Day. Today is a day that we will honor this king, Jamarion Robinson, his legacy, his loved ones, and everything he left on this earth. Today is a day that we will continue the charge of fighting for justice, standing up against injustices, standing up against police brutality, standing up against violence that steals black men and women and people from their families. We are gonna stand up for justice. We are gonna stand up for mothers like Miss Jamarion Robinson, who has to watch this right now, who can't be with her son right now because police took him from her. We are going to stand up to say that nobody should be taken from this world execution style. 76 bullet holes through his body. 110 shots fired at Jamarion Robinson. In what world does it make sense to use that much force to respond to a situation? Where is the mental health resources? Where is the intervention? Where is the de-escalation practices that need to be implemented by people serving the people? They are not people serving the people. They are terrorists. They are white supremacists. They are gang members that are taking people from their families every day. So on this Jamarion Robinson Day, on this April the 1st of 2021, we declare a heightened and increased charge to continue fighting for justice, to continue standing for what's right, to continue fighting for Jamarion Robinson. And it's a shame because what you see behind me is fighters, is freedom fighters, is his grandmother, is his friends, is his family members, the co-founders of Justice for Georgia, and so many people in the community. You see signs with faces, with facts, with what's going on. And unfortunately, we also have signs here with graphic images of his body. Graphic images of his body that his mom has to walk around the streets with so everyone finds out what happened to her son. So everyone can know the truth about what happened, that his life was taken, that he was killed, that he was stolen. So again, on this Jamarion Robinson Day, this is a charge to continue standing with Monteria Robinson, the family of Jamarion Robinson, the friends of Jamarion Robinson, the community of Jamarion Robinson, so we never have to experience this again. And today we say justice for Georgia.
Justice for Georgia.
Justice for Georgia.
Justice for Georgia.
And we're gonna do some more chants, but before we do some more chants, we're gonna hear from another sister in this fight who is the family of Jamarion Robinson, who stands with them proudly, who fights for his honor, and that is our sister Markina.
Thank you, Hannah. When I say Jamarion, you say Robinson. Jamarion, Jamarion, Jamarion. No justice. I said no justice. I said no justice. The state of Georgia should be ashamed of themselves for the blood that they have on their hands on the backs of black families. Monteria Robinson does not and should not have to be out here every single day fighting for justice for her son that was stolen by Georgia police. There is no reason why 110 shots were fired at the body of Jamarion Robinson. There is no reason that the police were called and they had the nerve to misidentify this black man, and there was no reason why this black man should have been killed so torturously as Jamarion Robinson was. When we say justice for Georgia, we mean justice for Jamarion Robinson, we mean justice for Jimmy Atchison, we mean justice for Oscar Kane, we mean justice for Shali Tilson, we mean justice for the families that have been victimized by the state of Georgia. Monteria Robinson is a warrior woman. She is a historical woman. Like we said, she has been fighting for almost 5 years for the mistake that Georgia made. There is no reason why there is a judge that should look at the body pictures of Jamarion Robinson. This judge right here, Judge Timothy Batten, he should be ashamed of himself for looking at the crime scene pictures of Jamarion Robinson and trying to make it seem like that is okay. What about Jamarion Robinson's murdering seems okay? What about Jamarion Robinson's murder to you seems justifiable? So please make sure that when you guys see this story, y'all look up Jamarion Robinson, look up Monteria Robinson, and understand how you can help his family. When I say Jamarion, you say Robinson. Jamarion, Jamarion, Jamarion. What do we need?
Justice.
And when do we need it?
Now.
What do we need?
Justice.
And when do we need it?
Now.
What do we need?
Justice.
When do we need it?
Now.
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 When do we need it?
Now.